attention, please. Usually we do this event without any speeches to give you enough time to have drinks. But tonight we have a very special guest. Many people walking into the asked us about the weather here and the rain, because this is a summer event. And we said, look, this is a symbol for the awesome power of Bild, that we can establish the right weather for the umbrella revolution. So tonight we are very honored to have Joshua Wong here at this Bild event. We are standing on the Hall building 30 years ago this year. Just meters from here, the wall fell, and people finally were able to walk into freedom. The whole thing about the East German regime was that so they couldn't see the wall. 24 hours ago, you were kept from traveling, so you couldn't see the wall and couldn't tell people about your beliefs, about freedom, and what you want the future of your country, what it actually is, of the state of Hong Kong to be. People kept you there, and we thought we wouldn't be able to meet you here. We wrote about that. Your lawyers and your whole team fought for that. And now, and we didn't believe that that would happen, you're here. We're very, very, very happy that you are. A couple of weeks ago, Paul told me that you would be willing to attend our event. And obviously, growing up in Hong Kong, you don't know that much about Axel Springer, but Paul has told you a lot about that. And I think by now you know that this company stands with all the people in the world that fight for freedom and what they want to achieve, that they want to live in freedom and that they want to be able to express what they think, express what they believe in. And we decided that we want to term this event 30 years after the wall fell, just a few meters from here. This building actually was out of use by then. Only a few hundred meters away from here, people were shot because they were seeking freedom. And we came up with the idea that we want to turn this whole evening into an event for freedom. So Paul invited you. We also, one of them, a man I admire very much because I spent so much time in Syria, Israel Saleh, who is the head of the White Helmets, a group that recovers people who are covered in the rubble of bombardments by the Assad regime till today. His men risk their lives every day, and they lose people every day. He's here today. And also, we have here tonight the Klitschko brothers, Vitaly and Vladimir Klitschko. One of the two brothers is today the mayor of Kiev, a city that was the capital years ago and is now the capital of a democracy with all its struggles, but a democracy. Welcome to Berlin. Welcome in the city that fought marched for freedom 30 years ago on this day. It's 2 weeks ago, 30 years. Today it does live in freedom, and now my cell phone rings as always. Today the city does live in freedom. That this symbol should go out to the that what you risk freedom will not be stopped by any regime, by any kind of surveillance, tanks, force, or arresting people at the airport. That's why we are so. What you have to tell us. Thank you so much for coming tonight, and thank you so much for making a way out of being arrested.
Thank you, Bild, for inviting me to come in the first. Being late, and thank you for all of your patience. And detained for 24 hours. I take the flight with Berlin. 36 hours ago, I was still in police station being detained when I would be released. So it's really my honor can come to share insights and point of view how Hong Kong people are passionate and determined on our fight. Thank you. Yeah. With a lot of hard work carried out by my legal team, I go to board on a plane. Please allow me to thank all my colleagues here who helped me. No matter they are in Hong Kong or in Berlin, they really helped me a lot and also let the voice of heard. When compared to fellow protesters, I would say that who are risking their bright future, who are facing police arrest, assault, and abuse on a daily basis. My experience cannot even be considered as suffering. I've been arrested for 8 times. Plus, the number of days for me to spend in prison in the past few years is only 100 days. Compared to my friends, advocate Hong Kong freedom and advocate on Hong Kong independence, are already being locked up in prison for 7 years. The price I pay is just a small piece of cake. There's one thing I need to make very clear to every one of you. I'm proud to say that I'm just one of the participants and facilitators, and if we need any leaders, we stand as one with solidarity and unity. A lot of people came, A lot of people came to me and said, "Congratulations, Joshua. Hong Kong Chief Executive Carrie Lam finally declared to fully withdraw the extradition bill last week. But I will not ask for this small step. Despite 2 million, nearly 1/4 of the population march on the street, the leader of Hong Kong claimed that we protesters have no stake in the condemned violence used by protesters. Facing pepper spray, and rubber bullets aiming at the head of first aider, journalist, more than hundreds of them have been arrested and with brutal, excessive force used by police. Several Hong Kongers took their own lives to show their conviction to the due to police brutality. Female protesters say but those are friends and families that we love and care. Such a huge and irreversible expense Carrie Lam's retreat on the issue is far from enough. If we stop Carrie Lam and her government responsible before China's National Day, which means 1st of October. Let her succeed. International attention. The political crisis might continue. If we are in the new Cold I just hope the world could realize that we continue our fight with our slogan, or stand with Hong Kong. We urge the free world to stand together with the Chinese regime. We, Hong Kong, are all in this together, here. Hong Kongers and stand with Hong Kong. Battle against not only president, but now I will name him as emperor. In this battle, we will recognize as David versus Goliath, but we will continue. We have free election because Hong Kongers are the ones stand in the front line to confront authoritarian rule and to confront the suppression.
Thank you so much. Just for being here tonight. Just a quick question to you, because obviously that is what the question. How does it feel to try to come to Germany, try to promote freedom and be a What were your thoughts when they arrested you?
My friend, can you imagine when 1,200 activists were arrested, the youngest one, age of 12, is a kid still studying in primary school. With the crackdown to be one country, 1.5 journey of Hong Kong people.
Much again. The last question I want to ask you here now is opportunity to talk to a lot of political leaders. They have a lot of involvement with the especially in the past days when Chancellor Merkel traveled there. What is your
interests should not override our belief on human rights and politicians in Germany. Please pay attention to what's going on in Hong Kong. Hong Kong safeguard Hong Kong political and economic freedom. Just imagine, focus on what's happening in Hong Kong. When Beijing claimed that Sino-British, the international treaty registered at United How can world leaders still make agreement or trade negotiation with do not respect on the international treaty that registered at United Nations? Now is the time to suspend the trade negotiation with Hong Kong and China.
Joshua, thanks again. Remind me again.
Hong Kong,
How old are you?
Yeah. The sovereignty of Hong Kong
This guy is 22 years old. He was arrested. Because he wants to live like all of us. One of us can imagine how brave you are, what you've risked. Post selfies. I will start. The Chinese embassy around the corner here. That guy. Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation from Bild and Hong Kong people. Never walk alone. Thanks for your support. Thank you.
Now you just follow with it.